tips and tricks in Splinterlands for starting with $1, and also we're going to talk about player who is starting with nothing, trying to get to diamond in 1 year. So stay tuned. Well, hello, hola, kamusa. This is Luke with Luke Plays to Earn, as we try to survive here as krills, not be whale food, play to earn and be whales one day ourselves. And today I'm talking about my account, which is a very small krill. We're maybe referring to ourselves as a plankton here, and we are grinding through this account. $1 start. So obviously besides the $10 spellbook, $1 for rentals. And we have been playing this now for 6 episodes. I just did another live stream today, and someone reached out to me and said, hey, can you put this up on a Google Sheet? Can you tell us, hey, like, what was your progression? Which cards did you purchase? Which cards you rented? So maybe I can follow along and try to, implement the same thing you're doing rather than looking through 10 hours of streams. I thought that was an incredible idea. So today we're going to be talking about the Google Sheet, giving you this as another resource, and the Google Sheet will always be in the comments and description below. And then we have a player who I want to shout out, Zero to Hero, who is doing what I thought was maybe impossible, and they are doing a challenge we'll talk about here after the Google Sheet, from novice to diamond in 1 year with zero investment except for the spellbook. So essentially my challenge, but even, double the challenge, putting a year time limit on them, which I am not doing that on my challenge. And if they fail, they will liquidate all assets here and donate everything to charity of the community's choosing. So really cool challenge. I'm loving it. Zero to Hero is amazing. They're also in our Discord. If you guys want to join there, I'm sure you can ask them questions in the Discord. So if you've been watching my streams with the $1 start, you may have known some of these things already, but here's all the information compiled in one place. You can see here in episode 1 through 5 how much DEC we earned per episode. This isn't total DEC, this is how much we earned per episode. We started gaining some SPS throughout the airdrop as well. Once we started getting, especially that exploding rats gold foil, give us 500 power, give us some SPS through the airdrop. And then you can see our quest rewards, what league we were playing in, cards purchased, and then maybe if I'm smart, I'll go back into these episodes and actually link them. So if you want to go watch the specific live stream, you can do that. And then over here is going to be the cards rented, which honestly, in the first couple episodes, I was still just feeling out bronze. So I put it in my tips over here. As you can see, tips I learned. This is my most common rental strategy for getting into silver and working my way through bronze, is that Lorna Shine sneak strat. I've talked about it over and over again. Renting Lorna Shine is pretty cheap with the Silver Shield Knight for the Inspire, Feral Spirit, Cutthroat, Uraeus, the Silver Shield Assassin, and then make sure you grab the Crystal Werewolf so you can nerf their magic damage. And you can go watch how I play this setup here in bronze. I even sometimes use it at silver 3. There are some other cards that you can go to these cards rented on other episodes. I also, usually rent like Wood Nymph, Dr. Blight, Oceanus, Delwyn, things like that, just to round out some other decks in case I can't play the life deck or the certain rule set isn't working out for me to use that Lorna Shine strat. So after 1 month of playing, and again, this is me playing it, every once in a while. I'm doing it more for the content than this is my actual account that I'm grinding out every day. I just don't have the time to play both of my accounts, my main account and this alt account, every single day to the maximum potential. So even with it just playing every once in a while, of course we got lucky with the gold foil wrap, but you can see after 1 month, we are now sitting at $5.17, which you might be thinking that is a long way from 1,000. And yes, the whole point of this series is to show you that at first it's going to be a slow grind. If you start with $1, you can't expect to just somehow randomly get $1,000 really quickly. It's going to be a slow, grueling grind, but hopefully I'm hoping for a couple things. One, we can keep playing, keep accumulating assets as we are playing and renting in silver, which we are proving even mid-season is worth it. We're going to be able to get more reward cards, more DEC, more power, start buying up some more cards over time. Then the other hope is we can get some more SPS before the airdrop ends and hopefully at least have a little bit going forward. And then third and finally, at some point, we're expecting the bull market to hit again. Maybe we're already in it or heading towards one. And maybe these Splinterlands assets go back up in price, especially when all the Chaos Legion card packs sell out. And so, maybe the whole point of this series is that we grind out, from $1 to $5, then $5 to 15, then 15 to 50 or whatever. And then what happens if all of those, assets and stuff go 2, 3, 4, 5 times X up in price because we're getting new players. There's less, Chaos Legion packs out there, stuff like that. So while it might seem like we're super far away from $1,000, and we are, And I don't know how long this series will take. It might be a year, it might be 2 years. But at some point, some of these cards are going to go back up in price if you're bullish on this game. And so in my mind, maybe we just hit $100 one day and then we just wait for those assets to rise up in price. And we might actually just hit $1,000 because of the potential multiplier on these cards rather than just earning the prices where they're at right now. So yes, it seems grim, but hey, we went from $1 to $5, so that's crazy. Thinking about a play to earn games, you would never be able to do this in video games before. So the fact that I, took $1 and turned it to $5 already in 1 month, that's pretty cool for me playing this casually more just on streams. Other quick tips, one is just do the 24-hour rental strategy. That's going to be giving you your best value. If you open up a quest, then you'll get a second daily quest in 23 hours from when you opened up that first quest. So if you open it up, wait however long you want to wait, 10, 20 hours, and then do the rental strategy into silver, play as much as you can that one day, drain your ECR, you can actually get 2 quests done because your timer had already started. You can rent, have silver power to do your first quest, 2 hours left or whatever, and then as soon as that finishes up, you'll have a second daily quest. So you can do that within a 24-hour period to do back-to-back daily quests. And then if you drain your ECR as far as possible, you will be able to make up your DEC for sure in silver. I've proven it at the beginning of the season. We made and crushed it in the first part of the season. The second part of the season, we won't make back as much DEC, but again, we'll get daily chests that are worth on average in silver 360 DEC for the 2 of them. And so you can see that over time, this is going to stack up faster than staying in bronze. So if you're still stuck in bronze, you're not sure how to get to silver, just watch a couple of the streams, watch how I do it. And maybe even next season we'll push and test gold for us and see how that goes. But honestly, if you do that, this is going to be the fastest way without doing other things like hive blogging, like trading and flipping cards, and all those things which we'll talk about in a second. And that is some good way to get some DEC, get some cards, and hopefully this next month we'll even be able to snowball further because my first week or 2 was just sitting in bronze, and being in silver I think will be a little bit more lucrative. Of course, you can try renting at the end of the season, but most of the times the rental prices are so expensive, it's hard to get enough price to justify all of the chests. We're going to test out renting to Silver 3 to see if it's worth it. And it's gonna be more of a gamble if you want to do it. You're gonna have to rent really high amounts of DEC and hope that you gain that back in your chest, or not, you might lose some value. So I'm a little bit on renting at the end of the season. I might just rent out my cards, which is what I did. If you do this 24-hour strategy and you rent out your cards when you're not playing, you can earn extra DEC. And then I'm trying to end my season with a high ECR so that the first day or 2 I can rent Lorna Shine, get into silver, because if you get to 1,000 rating and by day 3 you can play with 100% ECR, that is when you're going to make the most amount of DEC possible. Now, tip number 6, I'm not doing myself, but you could definitely do this. Jump into Discord communities, and instead of renting, just get to know people, hang out with them, and then, go ahead and see if they want to help you out with delegating you some power. And this is especially the hardest part with only having $1 is renting, and you're going to have to rent a lot of card power. And, for us, if you didn't see my power delegation video, you can go apply if you're not in a 1,000 power account yet. The community is trying to help out as many people. We're already helping out 12 or 13 people. I have more applications coming in, but may as well apply or plug into other communities. Dwayne, Crypto Llama, there's Ashley Gaming, there's Stever out there, there's Bulldog. There's so many people that are probably willing to help you at least get the 1,000 power to start earning DEC without renting. So that is another strategy that you can implement. Now, as I mentioned earlier, there is a player 0 to hero trying to go from novice to diamond, which again, just alone, if we look at the card power, it's 250,000 card power. Oops, not 250 million, 250,000 card power, which at best, maybe you're going to get an average of $1 US equals 150 card power. So you're talking about this player is trying to go from nothing to essentially $1,600 minimum in Splinterlands within a year, or having to donate to charity. So I would go follow this series, because what they're doing in it is they're talking about each day, what are they doing, what's their quest, how are they blogging, how are they trading cards, what are their previous posts, what are their goals for the week. So they're actually showing step by step in this challenge what to do as a new player if you have literally 0 besides the $10 spellbook, and how to go for diamond. I don't know if they'll be able to do it in a year. That seems like a really lofty goal. There's a reason I didn't put a timeline on my series of, $1 to $1,000, because it's hard to do. But if this player can do it, and I'm going to keep watching 0 to hero, then I know anyone can do it, right? They're starting with nothing. And they also have an excellent article that I'm going to link in the description and in the comments below, where they talk about how to start with nothing. They even give resources I didn't even know about, like Splinterlands faucet, which just leaks out a little bit of DEC that anyone can go claim. So if you're a new player and you're like, I don't have any DEC and I can't go put $1 into credit like I did, you can use this and get, 1.36 DEC is what they grabbed for nothing. So there's tips like that. They go through, how do you actually, go through giveaways. They go through the giveaway link. How do you find giveaways on Peaked and other places? Some different rule sets. They show how to post that, to how to fill out the giveaway. They show, what are some YouTube and Twitch streamers, which I'm on there. Woohoo! Thank you, Zero to Hero. And then, they talk about things like Hive Power and Giver Site. How do you get free Hive Power for a little bit of time so that you can go out and blog? They talk about Discord and blogging, weekly battle challenge, battle tokens. You can just see, this is insane. How to go from blogging and put those into Splinterlands assets. Like everything you need to know as a beginner player starting with zero is right here in this article. I love it. Thank you, Zero to Hero, for helping out these new players. I love what you're doing here. There's just so much content. I mean, it's super intense. So this is like, if you really want to get crazy in this game and follow along and try to start with $0 and get to diamond, talks about trading, buying, selling, all those stuff as well. So there's some great tips. This article I will put in the comments. Hopefully I remember in the description, because there's lots of good things. And I'm really rooting on Zero to Hero here, because if Zero to Hero can do it, that means any of you guys can do it. And some of you guys here, if you follow along with what he's doing, you follow along with the tips I'm learning from the $1 to $1,000 series, we could have a bunch of our Krill community be in diamond at the end of the year. I don't know, it's a kind of a crazy goal, but what if it's possible? How cool would that be? So hopefully those tips were helpful as a Krill, or as some people are saying, they're a plankton. Even if you're starting with nothing, there is hope for you in this game. It's going to take lots of work. It's going to take out grinding these rewards. But I think if we do it, we could actually legit, in a year, 2, 3 years, become a minnow or become a whale. And I'm excited for us. Let's do it together. For now, peace out, Paul Alum. See you guys in the Discord. Have a great one.